Alright, welcome back, chaps. The Drowned Men Delivery Service. Kaltnoff, where's that? Northeast. I really don't want to fight for a day or two here. 3,000 gold, where did that come from? Awesome. Doing well, doing well. Hang on, so we know that there are hunters' cabins at a couple of these cities, but we still need to find a place that has a Fletcher. And 2 more cheap speedums? Oh, damn. But no, we don't need them. We've got a pike. Got another speedum there. Got a hooked blade. Yeah, we're good. We're fine. Let's get some of these roots and berries. Oh. Righto, onward. So, you cross into a small hamlet beside the path. Rather nondescript. Place safe for the woman tied atop a soon-to-be a bonfire. Oh, the burning of the witch thing. Ask our monk what he thinks. The monk Baoshi sits with the town's own friar and talks for a time. When they are done, a nod is given to the torchman who sets the wooden pellets aflame. Whoa! Woman screams for mercy, but the flames have none for her. Slowly working up feet first. It is a horrific sight, and only when the smoke is a choking cloud does the dying woman go silent. The fire consumes her entirely as the rest of the town claps and cheers. Baoshi states that she was clearly a witch and had to be done away with. You're not sure. All you saw was a woman burned alive, but you trust that he knows more than you about the war between the old gods and the evils of sorcery. Baoshi gets +3 resolve. Good lord, Baoshi, it's brutal. I was going to say, maybe if you weren't so brain dead or brain damaged, you wouldn't be so harsh, but he's not the brain damaged one. It's Itchy Bum Ninja who's brain damaged. Hello, brigands. 7 raiders is a lot. I think we can let them go, particularly because we've got a broken arm on the front line here from Enko. Finally, you've made it. Alvar of Kaltnoff is standing there. Good. Crown's well deserved. Terrified villagers mean that the prices are a bit inflated. Once we do this terrified villagers mission, though, we should get decent prices, and I kind of want to stick around and buy these javelins as well. I might actually just camp overnight and wait until that broken arm heals. This is interesting. Leather scale armor. Footman's armor. 190, but minus 24. That's really heavy. Especially when you consider that... Look at that, you get 210 for 26. 260 for 32. It's actually more than scale mail. I mean, scale mail is 240 for 28, I believe. The Saleh helmet is great though. Doesn't impede vision at all. I think certainly if you're going to be building a, chainmail wearing archer, then that is what you would have them wear. It's a 2-skull hunt downward terrorizers. I think we might be able to do it without Kremenko. Then only having 3 guys on the front line. It will be fine. I mean, yeah, 35 skill, he is not going to hit anything. And I don't want to have to wait around for 2 days. Secure 2 more lords. Interesting. Well, that kind of changes things. In that case, I think I do have to camp and wait until we get Kremenko back. This is going to involve fighting, what are they called again? Auxiliaries, ancient auxiliaries. Problem is, he's going to get tired too quickly. I can't have that. Not enough. I think that seems like a decent-ish compromise. Throwing axes will do nicely against the... Oh, nice. I've even got more throwing axes. That does very well against the skeletons. Beatum does well against skeletons, as does that. It could also be zombies, which would be even better. It's a nice little payment, 810 gold. It's going to cost us 320 while we wait for Kremenko to heal up. Heal by tomorrow. Wonder if we don't spend the day running up to Schaffenstein and buying some tools. Lord, more brigands. That one has marksman too. No, leave me alone. I mean, maybe if we fight them at night, particularly because Kremenko has healed up. I mean, this is a fight that I'm pretty confident of. It's a nighttime fight. We have the ranged advantage. I mean, why not? We can head up to Schaffenstein after this, get some tools. Just gotta make sure we don't take too much damage here. Hammers are a touch scary. I don't like the look of these hammers. Another one. Keeping shields up the front line is going to be the key thing. Damn it. I don't know what it is that the ranged fighters are going to be. Wait, was that worth it? Maybe. I don't know whether it's crossbows or bows. Well, I suppose we're going to find out, aren't we? But ah, 5% chance. Unlucky Tobit. Let's see. Heinrich will go there and attack that nerd. Bum Ninja moves in and attacks that dude. Go here with Baoshi. 22, 12. Yeah, these ninjas really aren't effective at night. Oh, come on, lads. Just fire into the crowd, I suppose, or aimed shot. Lads, come on. All these misses. Good lord. Nice, in the face. Delio, get out of there. If I wait for Zalia to move... Actually, no, I can rotate him. Yeah, before that boar spear is more scary. Ah, lads. Finally a good hit there. I think Zolia, if you just hang around on the back lines. Not charge this marksman down, I wonder. If I pressure him like that, he's likely to run away. And if he's spending his points on moving rather than shooting, then that's what we want. Okay, he's standing and shooting, which fucking sucks because now we've got pierced arm muscles there. I mean, I wouldn't, in most situations, ignore the mission I've been given to take on raiders, but I think it's early enough in the campaign that I desperately want the armor and weapons that these guys have. Fucking picks, man, they just one-shot your armor. So normally I would never step up into high ground like this, but he's going to have to switch to weapons. He's unlikely to attack on the next turn. Suppose I could try to push him off, but no one would be able to take that high ground, so 38%, but worth a try. Nice, good hit. I will say the armor damage is pretty damn good, and that's even without the throwing weapon skill point. It'll do even more once he's leveled up that specialization. Oh crikey, that's a two-handed weapon. So this dude is proving to be a pain in the ass. If I pull him down, will he go here? Does it really help us? Not really. But higher chance of hooking him down. Missed. You know what? 270% shots with the sword. That should do it. Oh, for God's sake. See, I hate when I do shit like that. I just assumed I could attack him with the sword. I didn't even look at what the chances were. Fuck, that was so stupid of me. Now Tobit's in real trouble. Please hit this. 43%. Whew, needed that. So we've taken a lot more damage than I wanted to. But I mean, so much of these fights is just kind of a random crapshoot as to what weapons the enemies have. It makes such a big difference what weapons they have. Like, I mean, most of these guys had these military picks and they just one-shot your armor. So we've missed a lot of shots. Oh, we needed that. Goodness. We've taken 2 wounds here, which is terrible, terrible. This is going to set back doing my mission quite a lot. 57, why not? You've got full armor. Good. Chase these nerds down. You two lads who are injured, just stay back. Yeah, disappointing. Not worth. Not worth at all. Two super irritating wounds. I mean, the helmets and the arming swords are nice, but overall not worth it. Not worth it at all. Okay, Kromenko level 5. Nice defense. Hit points and fatigue. This is a concern though. What does he need here? Sword mastery, not that important. Ronnie could be good. Tempted to take quick hands, because on the next turn we're going to take footwork, and then generally if a frontline guy has quick hands and footwork, he's usually able to get away if he's in trouble, because you just quick hands, drop your shield. That should give you enough fatigue. If it doesn't, you can spend AP to drop your sword, and then between the sword and the shield, that's 16 fatigue. Plus the 15 you should regenerate normally, giving you the 25 to use footwork to get away. Same story here with Zolio. Okay, we've all got basic mail now, by the looks of things. Most of us. Good. So, yeah, swords on the front line. Who's got the lowest attack value here? That would be Zalio, so I think he can force spear. I want to reduce his vision. So that. Oh, 300. Lord. And while we're here, we can at least get, I think, one dog. Oh, this is going to cost us a lot of money. We had 3,000 gold just like a day or two ago. Now, one ill-advised fight. Some injuries, meaning I have to go to get to the temple to pay for injuries, treatment. I can't afford to have 2 of my guys injured for over a week. Got a few marksmen, many and a leader. Nope. How long do you guys need to recover? Probably a day or two. Injuries healed by tomorrow. I reckon if we set off to that tomb in the afternoon, and we'll get there the next morning, and when everyone should be healed. Horrible, horrible couple days. It does strike me that this is the downside of having a few of these throwing weapon guys, the ninjas, in the early game, is that, generally speaking, in the early game, you're fighting a lot of raiders, and the way to take on the raiders is just fight them at night and leverage your Fangshire, take advantage. Can't do that now, because then those ninjas at night are hopeless. I really hope it's zombies and not auxiliaries. Okay, everyone's healed. Swords. Spears. Now, if it is auxiliaries, then Elandarion really can't do much. I mean, yeah, I won't need these wooden sticks for this fight. Extra bit of fatigue there. Thinking what I can do for Elandarion so that he's not completely hopeless in this fight. And give him a sword. If he has to, he can go to his sword. Right. Okay, so grave robbers. I think I'm happy with the setup we have. Let's just hope there's not too many marksmen in this one. Oh Christ, I'm fighting marksmen during the day. Oh! And that one has heart advantage. They're not going to run at us. Okay, so we need to retreat and come back at night. Taking this as a daytime fight would be a disaster for us. We'd have to funnel through here into those raiders with the spear wall. Their marksmen just pounding us the whole time. It would be an absolute disaster. Run away, boys. Run away bravely. So we do know at least that what we're up against. So it's a bunch of raiders and marksmen. Looks like 2 marksmen, 7 raiders. I really need a better bow for my marksman and my archer. That little short bow is terrible. If we don't get a hunting bow from this fight, we'll probably need to spend the money on it. And I think back to when I was still new at this game and I didn't know well enough to run away from a fight like this and come back at night. And I was just shuddered to think how hard it would be if you take this on during the day with those marksmen. But hey, that has been primarily what this 1,000 or so hours of my experience with the game has been. It's just been the same lesson over and over and over again. Until you get at least one excellent archer, then you just get torn to pieces by enemy marksmen. The amount of lads I've had one shot with by a level 2 crossbow hitting my guys in the face over the seasons happened a hell of a lot. And night time. Okay. I think arming swords and that spear is the way to go. Maybe the crossbow is better. Yeah, It's gonna be quite hard to deal with the enemy marksman, especially because I don't have bullseye. Just wondering if I'm not better off with a light crossbow and we just try to punch through the raiders. I think crossbow because it's at night time, so I think they're likely to run at us. Honestly, if these raiders don't come towards us, if they just sit behind their marksmen. Okay, good. They're coming towards us. If they were just going to sit behind the marksman, I honestly think we might have been better off just running away and abandoning the mission. It would have been that hard. I think this is going to be decent for us. We'll have nice backline fighters here. We'll have some guys who can rotate out the lads who are in trouble. Not sure which way is going to be closer. I think for them to come, that's all blocked. They're actually pretty equal. I mean, that's all blocked, but that's all blocked. Really not sure which way they're going to go. Heinrich, Ninja, Sergeant. Who is it that has rotation? What, some of these guys have rotation. Oh, Heinrich. Okay, good. So Heinrich can rotate. Which is Heinrich there. He can get someone out who's in trouble. That's good. Van Thorn, I think you should switch with Leothan, actually. Uh, 29% chance. It rolls a 1. 29 even at night. This is one of the hardest parts of the game, stages of the game. It's when the enemy marksmen are at their strongest. That's when, because we are comparatively so weak. And dealing with the marksman is just such a fucking nightmare. Now, do I rotate Zalio out? I don't know. Do I need to quite yet? I think he can still just keep a shield wall up for a little bit. What was the chance there? That was 27. I mean, it's around 30% chance. Whoopsie, ended his turn. Fuck's sake. Mean to do that. It's higher than I would like. The 29% chance to hit. Nice, good hit, Landarion. I mean, worth a try, I suppose. Ugh, God, Pikemen have been super disappointing. They've been missing most of their shots. Of course, their raiders throwing weapons, throwing at 5%, both of them hit. Yes, Van Thorn, good job. Ah, that's annoying. Just wait, see if these guys move forward. Yep. I don't think I want to charge this guy. He's played his throwing weapon trick. He's going to keep moving in. Actually took the time to check that he wasn't riposting this time. Just hold position, boys. Be patient. Yeah, so on the next turn, I think we need to get Zalio out of there. Can you fuck off with that crossbow? And that was 36% chance to hit. And they're throwing weapons? 22s. Their chances to hit are high, man. Especially at night. 31%. It's like these marksmen, or these enemy raiders, just don't seem able to miss a 30% shot. That was 269s we missed. Ignore that guy. 65, miss, of course. 37 hit, finally. Two, miss. Oh Christ, tier 2 crossbow. Oh. Yes, Kremenko. Oh, we needed that. Nice. Five. Good. Just a couple more turns of these fucking marksmen nailing us at night. What was it? Shoot bolt, 40% chance. Really high. I mean, like with that raider, he's got a shield wall up, so I might have been better off waiting, but I needed one more hit, so I was hoping I could get that hit. Before he gets a chance to attack. Just like that. I mean, this is always going to be a hard fight. When they have marksmen, we don't. And it being in a forest always makes it so much harder. Just because of this, you get caught in a grindy engagement where you can't really get around them to close in on their marksmen. And their marksmen are so fucking accurate. It's mental how accurate they are. Wonder if it's worth running around here. It probably is. Oh, my goodness. How are you? I think stay put and just keep, recovering fatigue maybe. And he's going to act first anyway, so. Yeah, but really, I think Van Thorn needs to get out of there. He's accomplishing nothing with his pierced arm muscles. $27, $28, $23, all terrible chances. Turn done. And Darion's too tired to reload his fucking crossbow. Acts in 2 turns. I think if I wait, this guy might not keep a shield wall up. I thought attacking was fine there because I can finally rotate him out now with Heinrich on the next turn. Did shield wall the bastard. Oh my god! Fucking marksman! Shoot bolt hits 42%. Shoot bolt hits 40%. Killed Zalio. Killed Deadeye Shield Breaker. Oh, this fucking game. Yeah, fuck you, die. 52. Miss, obviously. Good lord, man. This is a brutal mission. It's been an absolutely disastrous couple days for us. 22, 26. These fuckers seem to have infinite fatigue. There we go, finally. But as always in these kind of fights, it's the marksmen that are just ruining us. We just got to get through this horrible period where we don't have any decent archers of our own. Once we do, then fighting raiders becomes a lot easier. Let's at least get a crossbow out of it. Also, Baoshi the ninja, I don't think he's landed a single shot the whole fight. But Schlongans is not going to bleed out, is he? That's fucking hell, that's 40 points of damage on him. Who is carrying bandages? Only the marksman looks like. Marksman. Landarion. I'm gonna bother shooting, yeah, fine. 57, good work. I mean, what could I have done better in this fight? I think I didn't do myself any favors tactically by moving into this little choke point. That really gave them what they wanted. I probably would have been better off backing up all the way here, putting my shield wall here, let their raiders come towards us, the marksman, but then the marksman would have had height advantage. Still wouldn't have had space to get around. I think I just have to accept the fact that this was always going to be a brutal fight. Also, did my sergeant die? I think he did. But we lost the shield breaker. No, we lost the shield breaker and a raider. So bad. Go on, bone fur. Get him! So overall, this mission was a dead loss. We did not end up on top at all. We've money-wise and losing 2 brothers, and it's going to cost us a fortune to repair all the damaged armor. Rip Heinrich, Rip Zalio. Man, god damn, that sucks. Okay, Turbot. Level 5. Yeah, at level 5 it'll be quick hands, level 6 it'll be footwork. Well, Jung, okay, at least now I've got someone with rally, so that's the ambition completed. My Bannerman, wonder if I don't want to make him quick and dodgy, because it's going to be super hard giving him enough of the stats that he needs. Bum Ninja. Am I leveling my ninjas? Oh yeah, quick hands, of course. Shield expert will help keep him pretty safe. These attack values are atrocious. And area on level 5, nice. That gives him the extra range. That actually, it's quite big actually. Very important. At a certain point, I've got to think about keeping his initiative and his fatigue same value. We didn't get the hunting. We didn't get the tier 2 crossbow, which is a disappointment as well. Okay, we've got 2 guys who can raise morale now. Front line, it's hard in the front line. We need to go on a hiring spree now, but couldn't come at a worse time, because we're out of tools, food is low, money isn't looking great. This isn't going to pay all that well. Flip that for some profit at least. Exactly what we needed, some decently cheap tools. Okay, so Ichibam Ninja, at this point he's still better off using the pike, but once his range skill overtakes his melee skill, which will be in a turn or two, a level or two. And Thorn, yeah, for the moment he's better off melee. And none of these guys that good. Day Tailors can be good sometimes. Quick is nice, but cocky is not great. Okay, rebuilding phase. So 72 resolve, 53 at 5, 72 at level 4. At Cole Jung is on track to be an absolute fucking superstar as a bannerman. And 62 melee skill on a bannerman at level 4 with no stars is pretty damn good too. All this gear that I'm holding on to. There's good money to be made there. I'm not going to repair and sell. I think we're going to sell the wooden flail. Ooh, that's a nice sword. Axe. I mean, I would have loved to have that hand axe on the front line and to break some shields, but none of my frontline boys have the fatigue for that, or even recover. A delivery would be good. Just fighting bandits. Defend from raiding parties. Nope. Ooh, a beast slayer. That would have been nice, but don't have the money for that. Keep bouncing between Settle and Hemmelmark and see if we can't make some money. There's resources to be had at Settle. Progress-wise, we've just gone backwards in the last few days. It's been terrible, straight up terrible. Excuse me. Let's see if we can't turn this around. 3, 4, 5, 6. The front line. Don't need these swords. Don't need that. Don't need the hammers. I'm gonna hang on to the flails. Or do I though? Because I've got no one who can really use the flails. No one has the fatigue. We're carrying 3 swords. We need 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 7 at the most up front. Okay, armor-wise, for the next few recruits, we've got 3 sets here. It's not great armor, but it's okay. Okay, do I have bucklers for the front line? And I've got backup bucklers. We've got like 3 sets of pretty complete looking armor. Although Tobit and Silius are my 2 lads who have the melee skill to be able to use wooden sticks fairly reliably, so they'll use wooden sticks. 2 accuracy 55. On the plus side, we've got guys, well, we have gear for the next 3 new hires. I think like this setup, spear, dagger, shield, backup shield, nice helmet. That armor could be better, but nice. So all of this can go. I don't need to be holding on to so many spare round shields as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we'll leave 4 round shields in reserve. I really want to be using the longsword, but until either Tobit or Silius Sodus can hit level 6 or 7, I mean, having a 2-handed weapon when you're only wearing a basic mail shirt, it's so risky. Anyways, let's see. It is hiring time. That's for sure. I need some farmers. I need some beefy, high fatigue, high hit points farmers, wild men. More brawlers are always good. Hello, farmer. Irrational. Odd. I do like caravan hands. Caravan hands are... Oh, we've got a fear, though. Fear of greenskins. Honestly, I think I'm going to hire him. Strong is amazing. And then with greenskins, he'll be wearing a Nocturne necklace, giving him +5 resolve. That's only -5 when he's fighting greenskins. Effectively, we can put him near the bannerman. Anton... Superstitious is terrible. I'll never take a superstitious person. Helstein, I'm a bit skeptical of jugglers, especially as frontline guys. They're pretty terrible frontliners. Oh, come on, you guys are killing me here. Damn, okay, I don't have my name list with me. I need to try to remember who it was that requested. I can do that later. Okay, so for right now, it's just Ewald, but I think looking at these stats, this is going to be a duelist of some sort. I'm thinking spear duelist. He's going to need a spear to overcome his terrible melee skill. I'm thinking we make him dodgy. Resolve is nice, but I don't really need that resolve. We go dodge, we go spear mastery, we go duelist. That's how we can get the most out of this guy. Okay, what is this? Explorer. Find fair, region of fair range, some way to the east. Honestly, I'm going to take this because I need some time to heal up. And hopefully they won't be too hard. Fair range to the east. Ooh, yes, please! Oh, God, that's huge. So while on the road, you come across a crowd of people huddled around a mound of earth. Getting closer, you realize that it's a funeral. One of the attendees turns to look at you. Did you know him? Did you fight by his side? You shake your head and start cutting into the crowd to see the man himself. You find a man looking about, as old as the dead can look. He's got a terrifically sharp and glinting sword running along his chest with his grubby, worm-food fingers clutching the pommel. Herbert Schlangenreiter joins your side and whispers, "That's a pretty nice looking weapon there. Just saying. I generally like to be a nice guy. I don't like to do this like quote-unquote evil effects, but this is a great sword. It's like 6,000 gold worth of sword. Let's make it ours." You reach through the crowd and grab the dead man's sword. One of the attendees screams out. Van Thorn Ninja uncorks a punch and sends the peasant astral planing. Yeah, dirty peasant. "Help, help, I'm being repressed! Bloody peasant!" The rest of the company draw out their weapons to make sure any further protests don't get far. An elderly woman cuts through the crowd as well as an elderly woman can, wobbling and shaking. "Sir, that don't belong to you. Put it back." It does now. Ah, it's only a regular longsword. Okay. You tell the old lady to crawl her crotchety ass into a hole and die there. The dead man's sword is put in with your inventory, and the drowned men get back on the road. Upset, the peasants cry out that word of what you've done would travel the winds like the shitting farts of 1,000 crows, or cows. You simply laugh and appreciate their imaginativeness. So, like again, I don't like doing that as a bad, like doing the quote-unquote bad guy thing. Too bad. So now that we've got two longswords, you know what we can do? We can have Silly Sodus and Tobit Schlongens use the longswords. And then if I get another brother who's not great, who I don't have long-term plans for, we can just get Taunt for them. And then we can use Taunt just to offset some of the damage that these guys would be exposed to by having a two-handed weapon out. So for Ewald, especially because he's got melee defense, instead of making him a duelist, we can maybe make him a taunter. Then maybe there's no reason you can't do both. You can just give the duelist taunt. In my offline experimentations, when I've gone for someone as a dedicated taunter, I've been very disappointed because you get to use taunt so few times. Let's go for the men back to the company back up to 12 men, because we'd be looking to hire anyway. Find lair of the forbidden rituals. Fair range to the east. I mean, this is fair range, so it should be around here. We'll loop around here. Still disappointing we only got a longsword. I was really hoping for a great sword, but I suppose it's understandable that the developers changed that. I mean, getting yourself a tier 3 weapon for free potentially even on day one that event can proc. That's too powerful. It gives you too much, I think. Okay. A group of world-weary explorers. They seize up the middle of the road, half covered in mud and half in leaves, and all in unintentional camouflage. Much appreciated. It's not far east from here, he says. There we go. 12 brigands. No, thank you. Still, it took us the better part of 2 days to find this thing, so it wasn't worth it. Uh, 3 days to the southwest. That's not enough. For 3 days worth, forget it. Head over to Settle and see if we can't buy some resources and flip them for a profit. How long has this episode been going now? It's 6 minutes, okay. So, the first 3 episodes went fantastically. This is the first really hard one we've had. This episode 4 has been super difficult. Prices there are unacceptable. I hate to, but I have to buy those tools for that price. So this is going to be hunting unholds most likely. Missing livestock, 1,000 gold. I mean, unholds is super hard. This early on, I'm hoping it's not going to be more than 1 or 2 of them. And hopefully I can get them to follow me and we can pull them into some reinforcements on the road. That's a trading caravan with only caravan hands. So it would be great if you hovered over these like supply caravans, if I told you where they were heading to. Didn't know where to go. We know there's a military column heading south there. You fucking kidding me? Are we gonna lose the... how many is that? 3. Oof. You need to bear in mind that each unhold, think of them as though they are fighting with warhammers because they attack in a big swinging arc. Look at these random footsteps. What's creating those footsteps? The fuck? Okay, it looks like they're not going to follow us, so we're going to have to fight them ourselves. Just be terrifying. I think, yeah, these cave unholds don't have any armor, so javelins there would be fine. I really need to improve his weapon damage. That's just not good enough. I'm scared. This is going to be freaking hard. Do this battle and then we'll call the episode a day. Okay, so the unholds sniff you out and come charging across the land to meet the drowned men. They look like toddlers, size of mountains, legs awkwardly trundling forward, yet each step sends tremors through the earth. Their maws gape and slobbering for a meal. Calmly draw out your sword and put the men into formation. It is worth bearing in mind that your best bet with these unholds is putting a shield wall up. And most of my damage is in the back line anyways. So they have higher initiative. Also, maybe spears and a spear wall was the way to go. Look at that, good lord. Yeah, that's... I never actually have to admit, I didn't think about the fatigue cost of throwing javelins. Look at that, he's thrown 2 javelins and he's exhausted. So, I haven't used spears. I think on my next unhold fight, I need to see if I can get them to charge into a spear wall. Okay, lads, everyone go all in on this one. I mean, that's good damage there. Let's see, so hit both his javelins. That's 77 damage together. I shouldn't have thrown the javelins on that first turn. But here's the issue though, this is almost our entire group and we've done less than half the damage of one unhold. Can maybe kill this one before it gets to fuck's sakes attack, then we should be in decent shape. Come on boys, one more hit, here we go. Van Thorn, you got this. You don't got this. Okay, Itchy Bum Ninja. Oh, so close. Baoshi, be a hero. 60% chance. Yes, Baoshi. I mean, now that they're in my formation, I don't see the point in putting a shield wall up, because let's say Kremenko shield walls, he'll just get thrown over the thing's head, which will then break his shield wall. Pop the dog down as well. So Cilia Sodus though, you can shield wall. That's a decent option though. Let's focus on this one. Jung, you haven't got quick hands, do you? No. But once you get fearsome, it becomes a lot easier to fight unholds. You can break their morale fairly easily. Damn it. Oh shit. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, it's basically as though they can swing a warhammer twice every turn. It's freaking terrifying. Good. Okay, here we go. Here we go. One more. Get him, boys. Let's encircle him. Let's see action points. I think, yeah, shield wall is the way to go. He's unlikely to throw me over his shoulder. He's likely to just attack, I think. So, I mean, it really sucks that we're taking all these injuries, but getting a bunch of the skin, unhold skin, is great, because you can go to the taxidermist and get increased arrow quiver size, hold 15 arrows, which we are absolutely going to need. Get them, boys. Good work with the speetums here. Terrible. Come on! I've been quite impressed with the work that Baoshi's done with his javelins. Finally, Baoshi's contributed in the fight in a meaningful way. One more. Holy hell, these unholds are not to be fucked with. Time to get paid. 1,000 gold, very nice. Prices still suck. Heavy war dog armor is tempting, but I think I want the quiver of arrows. Maybe one heavy war dog armor. But I have to assume that I'm going to be getting more archers at some point. So there, Elanderion has more arrows than he'll ever need. Baoshi, before, still fucking terrible. Fatigue, obviously. And range defense and throwing weapon mastery. Now we're going to start seeing some real damage numbers. You can imagine how that would have looked for him. With his damage increased by 40% there with those javelins, he would have done great damage. And then at the next level, level 6, we can give him nimble and have him wear just cloth armor. Still won't be great initiative, but his dodge will be decent. Look at these fucking wounds, good lord. Four to 7 days. Ugh. Yes, some of these weapons have to go. Financially, we're not in a great spot. I reckon we'll buy him. Nice, both of these two. Yeah, so that's our 12. Oh my word! Okay, so this is the most important brother we've ever had. We have to keep this dude alive. This is going to be a axe/flail raider. Two-handed weapons. He's going to be a god, this guy, if we can keep him alive. His fatigue could be an issue, but... And Geralf. So, 33 range skill to start with is appalling, but he's going to be rolling 4 or 5 every single level. So let's say he's going to get 50. So that gives him 83 at least range skill, which is okay. I think we can make him a straight archer. So Bertram. I really don't want to put him on the front line, but I kind of have to. Formation. But what we can do is we can make sure he is next to... Ah, damn, I was going to say our shield breaker, but he died. And our shield breaker was the lad who had rotation. Okay, got to keep Bertram alive. So, we have our 12 lads, we've got a bunch of injuries, we're not in much of a shape to fight. I think we are probably best off trying to get a delivery mission. Robbing some money in that way. Also, yeah, I think at this point now, some of the flails and some weapons need to go, just to give us some money to survive on for a while. Yeah, we're getting there. This might be the right time now to take the visit every city on the map ambition. Am I ever going to use these Gudendachs? I don't think so. Let's get rid of them. 2 of these flowers. That's going to give us enough to survive on for the foreseeable future. Okay, so for the next 4 to 7 days, we're not going to be in fighting shape. And I could treat these lads, but look at the costs to treat them. They're too expensive to treat. Okay, that, obviously, 4 to 7 days, I have to treat that. Maybe the way to do it is you look at the ones that are going to last the longest and you just treat those. Okay, 2 to 5 days, that's not so bad. And these aren't the worst injuries, just this terrible maneuverability for my guys up front. Cheers, boys. Okay, so what an interesting episode that was. I've run a bit longer than I would have liked, but man, this episode was like an hour and 10 minutes long, and the first hour was absolute fucking brutality. But then getting this lad with the stars and the stars, and also he has a star in hit points, so we're probably not going to need to take Colossus on him, which means I could probably get Killing Frenzy on him if we could just keep him alive. Be super defensive with him, keep his shield wall up. This just became the most important brother ever. And in the long run, Geralf could actually be okay. He's going to be leveling up nice and quick. It's such a pity he didn't have like 40 or 50 starting range skill. Oh well, interesting, very interesting episode. Thanks for watching, chaps. When we come back, the grind will continue. But just be advised, we're going to need to go into a somewhat of a defensive stance for the next, 30 to 60 days. Keeping our lads alive, getting them to progress, making sure this doesn't happen. And that was disappointing, fuck's sakes. Okay, chaps, thanks for watching. This is Battle Brothers. See you next time.